Hi guys, this is Marie and welcome to my channel. For today's video, I'm making a ube cake. I am incorporating ube halaya in this recipe, and if you can't find the ube halaya or ube jam anywhere, I have made a how to make ube jam recipe video previously, so you can access that to make this recipe. Ube cakes, pastries, and ice cream are quite popular in the Philippines, but it's also growing a popularity among Filipinos in different countries. For those of you who haven't tried it, I'm gonna make this cake, ube cake, for you guys. I hope you try this recipe, and don't forget to share with me in the comment section what you think about ube or ube flavored cakes. I will be making the ube cake first and then the ube icing later. All the ingredients that I'm going to be using will be posted in the description box. So you can just feel free to watch and then check down the ingredients later on. Before I proceed, please I ask of you if you can subscribe to my channel. Also, share your comments down below. Okay, let's proceed. So I'm going to be using 1 cup of flour and some baking powder, about 1 teaspoon. Next, 1/2 teaspoon salt, 1/4 cup sugar, and I will be using 4 eggs, separating the yolk from the whites. This time I'm going to be using 4 egg yolks and 1/4 cup of vegetable oil, 1/4 cup of water or milk, 1/4 cup of ube jam. Then I'm just gonna mix everything until they are all well combined. You can use just a fork or blender or the beater. Make sure to mix it well all the way until there are no more lumps. Next, you can add 1 teaspoon ube flavoring. Keep mixing until all are combined with the batter. And this is what it looks like. Next, prepare the 4 egg whites. Add cream of tartar, 1 teaspoon. I'm using a handheld egg beater to incorporate air into the egg whites by beating it using a medium speed instead of the high speed. You get more of the air bubbles. As the consistency changes and becomes more bubbly, you can switch to the higher speed. In adding the sugar, don't add it all together at once. This will deflate all the air bubbles that you're trying to achieve. You can stop the beating process once you achieve the soft peaks. These egg whites are gonna be used for the cake batter. Next, you can fold the egg white into the batter slowly and use a folding method. The folding method will ensure that the cake is light and airy. Add the egg whites in different additions or different times, making sure that the air bubbles remain. All in all, I added the egg whites in 4 separate times, making sure that the air bubbles do not deflate. As you add your last addition of egg white to the batter, you will get a feel of the consistency, if it's getting smooth, and also the coloring of the batter. If you feel that you need a little bit more purple color, the addition of the purple flavoring or ube flavoring not just intensifies the flavor, but it also adds to the color. So you can choose to add a few more drops if you want to, but I opted not to. Next, prepare your cake pan. For a thinner cake layer, I used the 16 by 22. I dotted the baking pan with the batter on 4 corners. Next, I lined the cake pan with parchment paper. As I pour the batter into the cake pan, notice the richness of the purple color and the smooth consistency of the batter. Bake the cake for 30 minutes in a 350 preheated oven. Once it's done, take it out of the oven and set it aside to cool. For the whipping cream, I'm going to be using about half of the 473 ml of the whipping cream. Add a fourth of a cup of sugar in separate additions. Not adding all the sugars all at once. Make sure that the air bubbles will formulate. Here you have the second addition of sugar. You want the egg whites to be well combined but at the same time light and airy. Next, we added the ube flavoring. So the addition of the ube flavoring colors the icing and also flavors it. Keep mixing it until the colors and the flavors combine with the icing. Now the icing is ready. You can just assemble it. Remove the baking paper from the cake. Cut the cake according to the size of your cake container. Using the whipped cream, frost your cake. First, put the cake layer. Next, add the icing, covering the entire cake. Making sure to repeat the process if you're making 2 layers of cake. Cover and refrigerate for a few hours until you're ready to serve. Making this recipe, I opted to make it simple. It is already delicious on its own. I tried to make it light. In this version, I made the cake layers thinly, and also the presentation of the cake in itself is just plain. You can also add coconut shavings or sweetened coconut to it to make it more flavorful, or you can also add it in between the layers. So that concludes the ube cake making recipe. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please feel free to comment down below what you think about the cake and the ube flavor. Please click like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you on my next vlog. Stay safe and be healthy. Bye!